Hello and welcome to this video where I review the Sony Bloggie in 2022. So who am I? I'm Big G Video and I make videos about software and gear for making videos. The Sony Bloggie came out in 2010 and when Sony brought it out you can see it's got this sticker on, full HD, YouTube, 4GB of memory, built-in USB. It was high tech in 2010, but is it any good today? So there's been loads of iterations of the Bloggie, loads of versions, and they've always appealed to me and I've always been interested in them. So today I'm reviewing the MHS PM5K Bloggie, and when I saw this for £20, well, I just had to snap it up. When we swivel it around, it turns the camera on and we can have it in selfie mode. We can actually have it pointing forward, which is kind of useful, and we can have it pointing like this, so pointing, I don't know, towards the talent, and if you close it, it turns it all off again. This isn't a touch screen and all the controls are fairly simple. We've got a button here to take a photo, a button here to start and stop recording, a zoom rocker, an on and off button on the other side. I think this is the speaker or the microphone, I'm not sure. We've got a little dial here, menu button here and a playback button here. Here we've got a tripod mount. Here we have something that ejects sort of a USB. Now I'm worried about this. I do worry that this bit will eventually get in to detach it. There isn't a way to detach it and I just see that's going to break. So the camera is about the same size as a smartphone, maybe a little bit smaller, but certainly it's about same size as an old-fashioned smartphone. However, you're probably going to get better footage from your smartphone, even if your smartphone's slightly old. The camera shoots in 1080, it shoots in 720 at 60 and 720 at 30, and if you wanted to shoot in 1080 it only goes up to 30 frames per second. The camera is easy to handle. You hold it in vertical orientation, but it does record video in horizontal orientation. So it's really quite strange because when you turn it on, get your video here, and you don't use the whole screen up. And the screen isn't utilized very well. However, if you go into playback mode, you do get utilization of the whole screen, so that's quite good. I was lucky enough that I managed to pick up an unboxed one from years ago, 12 years ago, and I got lots of accessories, including a 360 attachment. I got a 4GB memory stick Duro card included. I think the camera should be able to take SD cards as well, but I've not yet tested that out. Put your memory card in here and the camera comes with a removable battery, and you charge it up over USB by plugging it into a computer. In the box I got a male to female USB cable that just makes it easier to plug into a computer. The lens is fixed focus and the camera is full auto, but it can detect faces and it detects faces quite well. But like most consumer cameras, almost everything is in focus anyway, so focusing on the face isn't particularly useful. There's no shallow depth of field with this camera. You do get steady shot, but you only get steady shot stabilization in 720p mode. You don't get it in the full 1080 mode. And to be honest, it's not very good anyway. This is not a camera you can walk with and film. You just get bouncing all over the place. And again, your phone could do better. So here you can see I'm walking with the camera in 1080 mode and it's bouncing all over the place. You can see I'm doing a little test of the stabilization in 720p mode. Slightly better, but it's still bouncing all over the place. I've actually put the camera in a gimbal and I'm going to stop talking so that you can hear the noise it makes. The gimbal is actually vibrating because while it does fit in, it doesn't fit in particularly well. The gimbal vibrates. The balance point is about here and you just can't get a good grip with the zoom rocker, unfortunately. So it was causing it to vibrate in the gimbal, and you can hear that in the footage I'm showing you now. Talk about what I don't like about this camera. If you hold it at arm's length, you barely manage to get your face in. Really a tight and narrow field of view. Zoom only works in 720p and it's digital zoom, so you don't get any zooming in 1080. Screen isn't used particularly well. You don't really need this bit down here. You want to see what's being filmed. It's just not a good use of the screen, really. I really like this as a piece of retro tech, and I got it because I'm doing some retro tech filming, so I wanted something that quite as good as what we've got today, and this fits the bill. Nice and easy to put in your pocket. It's really easy to get out, start filming. It's pretty much idiot proof as well. It's not as good as a smartphone, but it's pretty good for 20 quid. Some really nice features like removable battery. It's a little bit quirky. It was just really nice to try out the 360 attachment, things like that. So I will be using this on occasion, but it's not going to give me the sharpest picture, and it's certainly not going to give me the best stabilization.